मैं नैतिकता की कुर्बानी दिए बिना इस जंग में हिस्सा ले सकता हूं। मत पूछिए कैसे, आप नहीं समझेंगे।
I suppose this is as good a place as any to start. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Uncut Civilization 6 on iBluairJgR Gaming for Comedy. Gandhi has declared war on us, and apparently we couldn't fathom the reasons why this war doesn't go against his moralities, and I'm sure the coding that is behind his reasoning. I don't understand why Gandhi is declaring war on me. I mean, I get it. The world thinks I'm warmongering.
I wanted to avoid this, you know, but your idea of peace left me no choice.
Here we fucking go. So I'm at war with America and Gandhi now. So this is what we're gonna be doing for the next 9 turns. Jesus Christ. This is a pain in the ass. I was just getting to the point where I really wanted to, you know, just sit back and work on min-maxing the culture and just doing all the fun stuff that we were doing in the previous episodes. I was really excited in the last episode because I was starting to truly understand how a cultural victory is supposed to work, and now all of a sudden it's just we have to go back to war. Well, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Hold on, I gotta put my glasses on. Hang on. That's what I gotta do. All right, so we just finished an amphitheater in Mayor Wist, and I'm thinking it might be a good idea to just go ahead and turn that straight into the archaeology museum. It's only going to take 11 turns to do that. I mean, I feel like I just want to buy it, just get it up and running faster. All right, here's the deal. The choice is, do I buy the archaeology museum and then build the archaeologist, or do I do the vice versa? And I think I'm going to go ahead and build the museum to start off with. And then, you know, when the time comes, we'll just buy the archaeologist. I feel like purchasing the archaeologist is a little bit simpler. I feel like it's a better idea. But we did actually produce a battleship. I felt like since we are playing as England, it is important to have a powerful navy. So I built a battleship, and it looks pretty damn cool. We don't really have any use for it at the moment because there's no enemies nearby that we need to thwart with our might. So we're just going to go ahead and skip its turn. We're not going to sleep it because I want it to remain active while we're at war with Gandhi because he's an asshole. But, you know, it is what it is. I also I had 2 scouts sitting in my cities, and I upgraded them into rangers because if worst comes to worst, then these rangers will become my fighting force. And it looks like we have a galley sitting over here next to one of Gandhi's submarines, so we're going to go ahead and move this. This galley is an artifact in its own right, so we don't really want it to get destroyed. And we also have a frigate that can be upgraded into a battleship for only 155 gold, so why don't we go ahead and do that and chain him back up with Lascarina Bubalina, who I believe is giving him bonuses from the passive ability now. Battleship is modern era, right? Modern era. Yes, so this battleship is actually getting a bonus from Lascarina Bubalina after all this time. And I believe this other great admiral, Grace Hopper, atomic and information. Unfortunately, Grace Hopper is too advanced for us, but I'm going to transfer her over to Mayor Wist anyway, and then in the next turn, we'll link her up to this battleship. So there you go. We got a navy. We've got a navy. And we're also going to get to listen to some really nice Sean Beanery as soon as we finish the civic research and the scientific research. And it looks like Rome is asking me for gold and coffee. And okay. Yeah, we're going to pass on that deal. I don't know what's going on with the AI at the moment, but they're asking me for weird things. Gandhi's breaking all his rules. He's declaring war. You know, things are a little bit strange at the moment. And I think one of my resources just got pillaged. Yeah, my farm is on fire. This was a farm, right?
For once you have tasted flight, you will walk the earth with your eyes turned skywards. For there you have been, and there you will long to return.
You don't stumble upon your heritage. It's there, just waiting to be explored and shared.
Got two nice little quotes right there. Let's go ahead and take a look at our policies before we look and see what's going on with that farm that just seems to have spontaneously combusted. I think what I'm gonna do for the moment now, this heritage tourism, this is fantastic. Plus 100% tourism from great works of art and artifacts. We're gonna need that pretty soon, but not right now. We've got other things to worry about because we're at war. Our amenities are gonna start getting kind of messed up, so we're going to switch over to the New Deal. This is going to potentially reduce our gold income, but we've got a pretty significant amount of that, so we don't have to worry too much. So we're going to get +4 housing, +2 amenities, and -8 gold to all cities with at least 3 specialty districts. But the more important thing that I want to switch to is propaganda. This is going to reduce war weariness by 25%, and war weariness is a pain in the ass. I don't want it. And also what I'm going to switch to is I'm not really producing any spies at the moment. So I'm going to switch over to Raj. I'm not really up on my espionage game at the moment. So Raj is going to give us 2 science, culture, and faith and gold from each city-state you are suzerain of. That's not a lot at the moment, but I do believe I have some envoys to place out. So Jakarta is going to get a little bit of that, and so is Zanzibar. And there we go, suzerain of Jakarta. And Zanzibar is going to take a little bit more work to get suzerain in it, but I'm going to work towards it. So let's pick a new civic research. Cold War seems fitting. We are in a bit of a military state right now. I'm kind of because Gandhi just declared war on me. I'm really considering just going straight up war for the rest of this. Like if anything else bad happens, then I will destroy everything, and the international waters policy will help us get more battleships, and that will be very valuable to us. Now, yeah, that's what it is. This motherfucker had a submarine sitting on the coast, pillaging farms. Your offshore leave is coming to an end. And we'll go ahead and link up this great person, because why not? Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so hang on a second. I just realized the great person benefit. I thought Grace Hopper only had a passive benefit, but I think we're gonna go ahead and trigger her bonus, which grants us a Eureka moment for 1 random technology from the atomic and information era. Fingers crossed that it's plastics. It was not plastics. But our knowledge of combined arms has advanced considerably. But the reason I was hoping for plastics is I was doing a little checking, and just because we have the ability to build oil rigs, we can't build offshore oil rigs without the research of plastics. So it is going to take a little bit longer than I initially expected for us to get Oil Island up and running. I'm gonna call it Oil Island. All right, this is one of the few cities that I'm going to name myself. Actually, you know what? In my mind, it's always going to be Oil Island. But if you can think of a cool name for a little tiny city that's on this little tiny island that is going to be all about the oil and the whales, then feel free to drop it in the comments below. I don't need to be greedy and have the names for myself. So let's go ahead and move this battleship over to our coastal city of Mare Wist, because Mare Wist is obviously the focus of Gandhi's attention right now. But it doesn't look like we're having much of any difficulty with his submarine because of our battleship. That was a good call. I think I made a good decision there. And I guess speaking of good decisions, why don't we talk to our Mistress Gorgo? If the real end game is if we can become friendly with Gorgo, if we can become friends with her, So why don't we choose open borders and just for free? You can just come and go as you please. Boom. What? Why not? She's what? As a gift? It's a gift. What? All right. Apparently, Gorgo just doesn't want to have open borders for free, and I kind of respect that. I kind of respect that. So there you go. Open borders. You can cross into my territory if you want to. You know what I'm talking about, girl. Them big brown eyes. No. Yeah. So I was really hoping to just go straight up culture for the time being. You know, just kind of sit back, relax, not have to worry about military stuff. But that's not what's gonna happen. It's 9 turns until Hermitage completes. I'm a little bit worried that some bullshit is gonna happen, and it's gonna it's very possible that some other civilization is currently working on Hermitage. So what I did was, and what I should have done a while ago, is I've diverted every single person in the city to work tiles that have production on them. So, and you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and swap a tile so I get even more production. I'm trying to just get as much production as possible, because if there is another Civ that's working on Hermitage and they finish it before me, I am going to destroy the entire planet. That's just how it goes. Like, forget cultural victory. Tanks. All right, so let's just cross your fingers, people. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm really nervous that this isn't that this Wonder production isn't going to go the way I want it to. Oh gosh. I hope I'm not jinxing it either. But with all that said, though, you know, I suppose things not going the way you want them to is a part of the experience, right? It's a part of life. But that's probably the least fun part of life that there is. And we just finished the production of something in Quicksilver City. I think it was an arena. And we have a decent amount of amenities, and apparently we have 23 housing capacity in Quicksilver City, which seems incredibly excessive. But what we're going to do is we're going to produce an aerodrome, because I would like to build some aircrafts. I kind of just want to see what all the units are. I've never built a plane in Civ 6, so I want to see what that's like. And I think Gandhi actually moved his submarine, and I can no longer see it. It's not there. I'm pretty sure you can only see submarines when you're right next to them. So we're just kind of just scouting around, making sure. Look, all right, here's the deal. As long as he cannot pillage it's my neighborhood that I'm worried about. I don't want him to pillage my neighborhood. The farm is not a huge deal. I can repair that as soon as I get a builder up and running, which I'm not going to purchase just yet. I need to save my money for the moment. But if my neighborhood gets pillaged, oh boy, I'm going to be upset. Got a lot of boats moving around though. Yeah, you know, it's like that thing that your parents always tell you when you're a kid. You know, you got it. Sometimes you have to do things that you don't want to do. Why? That shouldn't be the rule. You know? It should be like sometimes you do have to do things that you don't want to do. That's obvious, right? You know, you got to work at a job that you don't want to work at. You got to you gotta, but that should never be the end game. You know, I feel like whenever a parent tells, like this is how it felt when I was a kid, right? When you hear the phrase, sometimes you gotta do things you don't want to do, it essentially feels like that it's always got to be like that, you know. And I feel, and we're getting philosophical right now. Maybe it's because we're at war, but I feel like you should always strive to get to a point in your life where you never have to do something that you don't want to do. As ridiculous as that sounds, and I don't even think it's possible, but I think that's like a dream to have. Because you know what? To be perfectly honest, I don't think that's possible. And the reason I don't think that's possible at all is because sometimes you gotta go to the store. and who the fuck wants to go to the store? You know? It's like, shit, I ran out of eggs, and I want to make a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich. Damn, I gotta go to the store. You know, and there's no way around that unless you get your food delivered to your house, which I feel like is... This is a weird thing, and this doesn't make any sense, but I feel like it's better to get pre-prepared food delivered to your house, like restaurant stuff, but getting just a carton of eggs delivered to your house seems a little weird. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense, but I'll take it. We're going to go ahead and transfer... we're going to transfer a trader to Blue and Dun because we've got a free trade route open, and we're going to just use it to get more production in Blue and Dun. I'm so worried that Blue and Dun and Hermitage is not going to complete, and we're going to transfer this trader from Chengdu to Quicksilver City. Quicksilver City has a couple of paintings in there, so we're going to start trading that way so that we can hopefully get some more tourism. We're creeping up, but how the hell does Teddy Roosevelt have 350? He's probably got the policy. He's probably got that policy on. Dude, it's culture is crazy. Cultural victory is insane. Dude, I'm going to have to take him out. I'm going to have to take out America. I'm going to have to take out everybody. Still can't make peace with Gandhi. Okay. But yeah, I don't think it's possible to ever get to a point where you just never do stuff that you don't want to do. Because there's always going to be little things that you don't like. But all in all, I think this quote war end quote is going decently well. But you know what? I think things just got a whole lot better. Boom, we've got our new city, and I think we're gonna start things off in a big way by doing two things. We are going to purchase a builder. We're going to purchase a tile. And then we are going to build some fishing boats on those whales. And we will go ahead and use our redcoats to capture this goody hut. And then I could purchase a granary and all that stuff, but for now I'll just build a monument. I'll think about what I'm going to do a little bit later. And then we'll send the rest of our envoys over to Zanzibar. And then we'll start sending some more to Preslav. Confirm. And there we go. We are coming to an end for today, and that obviously means it is time for the question of the day. We talked a little bit about doing things you don't want to do, so the question of the day, what chores do you hate doing? I'm not the biggest fan of going food shopping. It's fun sometimes, but most of the time it's kind of a drag, and it's probably because I always find out that I'm missing something that I need in the exact moment that I want it the most. You open up the fridge, you take out the ham, and then you look for the cheese and it's not there. Damn it, gotta go to the store. So, what chores do you hate doing the most? As always, the name of the game is Civilization VI. The name of the channel is iBluairJgR Gaming for Comedy. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.